Farmers Insurance. Get a quote at farmers.com. They are geared up with Illini and the Buckeyes for the 195th time. Illini have won the last three. And in the blue, Illinois wins the tip.
Right away, I want to see with this, right away you see Ohio State challenging right from the jump. They want to be physical. They want to plug those gaps, getting all the passing lanes. They don't want the Fighting Illini to be moving freely on offense.
Illinois coming off a 75-62 win over Tennessee. They trailed by 2 at the half, but Kylan Boswell and company got cooking in the second for a big win. Second quad 1 win for the Illini, the other over Texas Tech. Junie Mobley, offensive board, and we know the glass will be important. It's Tilly.
Yeah, that's just good work inside. Big fella carving out that space. Johnny on the spot and was able to finish.
Jake Diebler told us we had to get more physical, and that's why they brought in Tilly in the portal as Ivasic is off on his first attempt. That's Tomislav. Back in Ivasic. He was doubled, and they read that perfectly. Brendan Mirkovic.
I couldn't really see who was late right there. On that double, whoever the weak side man is has to cross the midline of the lane and force that to be a skip pass. Excellent vision by the big fella.
Mirkovic. Illini with 5 different countries represented on this roster as Mobley is off on his second attempt. Wagler, such a talented freshman. Short.
Super talented freshman. So this young man only had 2 big-time offers?
Unbelievable. Just Minnesota and Illinois.
How is that even possible for somebody with his size, ability, 6'6", 180, able to play the point and the 2?
Here's Andre Stojakovic. Another stop for the Buckeyes, but that's why Illinois is one of the nation's best, a +10 rebounding margin.
Well, when you're a +10 rebound margin team, that says that you're aggressive. Those rebounds aren't coming to you. You're forcing those shots. We saw right there, Wagler just wanted that ball more than everybody else.
Boswell, back down, shot clock at 5. Ivasic is short. How about that from the Buckeyes defensively?
Well, that's how you box out right there. They close the glass off, shut it down, and Thornton responds with the big triple the other way.
Good evening, Bruce Thornton. Jake Diebler calls everything that happens in this program the Thornton Standard.
Listen, he is the guy that stirs the drink for this team. He said, man, you have some guys, he calls them everyday guys, but they show up every day. They call him an every play guy because every play he is challenging, he's doing his best, and he's bringing the best out of his teammates when we talk about Thornton.
Stojakovic fouled. Andre Stojakovic heading to the free throw line. We had a really interesting discussion with Brad Underwood about the son of a former teammate of yours, Peja. And you think about Andre, he goes from Stanford to Cal to Illinois. What do you make of the move to Illinois, and how can Brad Underwood help Andre get to where he wants to be?
I thought it was really interesting when we talked to Coach Underwood about Stojakovic. We mentioned how to get him going a little bit offensively, and he mentioned everything except for shooting. He talked about the rebounding. He talked about the defense and how he thought that when Stojakovic missed those, I think it was 4 to 7 weeks, he really got a little bit away from that. He wants him to get back into that as far as sparking his offense.
Just a 50% free throw shooter on the season. As you take a look at his pathway, what was it like being a teammate of his dad?
Well, I'll tell you this, I was a teammate of his dad, and his dad's one of the best shooters I've ever played with. He's not going to be happy his son shooting 50% from the free throw line. Peja could knock down free throws and three-pointers in his sleep. True story, I once saw him hit 97 of 100 threes.
Wow.
Spot up threes in practice, 97 out of 100.
What was your shooting percentage?
From 3 or the free throw line? Both of them won't be pretty.
That's why you're my kind of guy. Meat and potatoes.
Yes, indeed.
Feed the interior tonight,
I got it done in the paint.
That's what I'm talking about. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Thornton. Oh, he got a lot of contact there. They kick. Royal. Battle for the rebound. We'll see that all night. Mirkovic came down with it. This Illinois team, 81% 31 Big Ten wins over the last 6 years. That's the most in the conference.
And this Illinois team scored basketball. You see Stojakovic with a nice drive. And don't get it twisted. You see the name on the back of the jersey. You think he's just going to be a shooter, but he's really thrives at getting downhill and getting in the paint.
Well, he's got 4 quick ones. Just 5 points against Tennessee, just 3 in the loss to UConn. Illinois had over a week to prepare for the Vols, as it's going to go the other way. Offensive foul on Knoll.
And you see Stojakovic right here, rejecting the screen, getting downhill. A little bit of a mix-up by Ohio State on defense. Look at it one more time, and this was an emphasis. They did not want to let Illinois reject the ball screens. You want to force that guy into the screen and make him go above it.
Here is Stojakovic. He's been running the show early. Illinois felt like that loss to UConn was a way for them to learn about their flaws and correct them.
It definitely is. When you play against really good ball clubs, you learn a lot about yourself in wins and in losses.
Shot clock was down to 3. How about the hook shot? So pretty from Tommy Ivisic.
So what about the pass by the freshman? Coach Underwood talked about his passing abilities. We see an offensive foul right there. When you get tested, it gives you a different level of confidence.
Sharp start for Illinois. House is off on his first attempt.
You see Ohio State isn't playing any games with the post. They are doubling right away, and they're getting it out of the big fella's hands.
Mobley. And for the rebound until he couldn't get to it. Brendan, you have to be aware of Illinois because they are 8th in the country, averaging 45 first-half points per game.
Well, they have a lot of talented offensive players. They're unselfish. They move the ball. Speaking of talented, unselfish players, we have another one right there in Wagler. And that was a nice drive. But they just do a good job of moving the ball from side to side. They have multiple ball handlers, and then they have guys that can knock down shots. This is a well-coached ball club and an absolute offensive juggernaut.
8-0 run by the Illini, broken up by Thornton.
And I tell you what, I like Thornton's game, man. He's one of those guys that not the fastest, not the quickest. The next thing you know, you look at the stat sheet and he's got 20 points because he does everything well and he plays with such a high motor.
Mirkovic catch and shoot. He comes right back.
Mirkovic knocking down the 3. We talked about the offense. They have guys that can drive, but when you have guys that can drive, you have to have guys like Mirkovic that can knock down shots on the perimeter.
Well, Jake Diebler told us when Illinois' big men hit their perimeter shots, they just become a different monster. Mirkovic was only 29% from 3.
And that's the thing, when your bigs hit threes, it creates spacing, which allows your guards to get downhill. First, we're going to take a look at Thornton right here, catch and shoot. Boswell a little bit late, and Thornton didn't hesitate. And then on the other end, Wagler with the drive, Mirkovic knocking down the 3, setting the puppies, knocking it in.
What talent the Illini have. Speaking of that, here's a man from Berlin, Germany, Christoph Tilly. Born in Germany, moved to Chile when he was 6 years old, discovered hoops at the age of 9. Started out his career at Santa Clara. Coach Simnick at Santa Clara, 3 years there. And now with the Buckeyes, they believe that he can be that type of versatile, impactful big man that can change their ceiling. That's what Jake Diebler told us at shoot-around.
Yeah, when you talk about a guy 7 foot, 245 pounds, has really good size on him, moves well, active body, so he's definitely the type of big that you're looking for.
Ohio State at 7-1 on the year. Win at Northwestern, a 1-point loss in heartbreaking fashion at Pitt, their only blemish. Luckily, the Big Ten has more than enough.
That is excellent defense right there. Stojakovic thought he had a mismatch. Big fella moved his feet. Then he got some help plugging the gap from Knoll also.
Shot clock at 4. Zvonimir Ivisic turns and hits.
That's nice. I love big fellas that play big. A lot of times you see big men in this day and age shooting the fadeaways, and there's a time and place for that. But when you got a size advantage, you got to go ahead and take advantage of that. Nice drop step on the baseline.
Illinois has shot 50% out of the gates. Tilly with a spin cycle.
Yes. That was absolutely phenomenal. Tilly didn't waste any time. Put it in the left, spun back to the right, and showed excellent touch.
This is your kind of game with the bigs.
Yes, the bigs let them fly.
Woohoo! Mirkovic. He's already got 2.
You sure he only shoots 29% from 3?
That's what the numbers say. Throw him out tonight.
Well, a lot of times when you hit that first one, you get a little bit more confidence.
On an island. We'll have him pass out of here, too. The double came late, but it was in enough time.
That was a little bit of a different look. Normally they've been doubling early. That possession, Ohio State doubling late. That guy's never late. Thornton popping it from 3.
He's 3 for 3 from downtown. Can you tell it's conference play?
Yes, indeed. Listen, you see that, you can feel the energy in the building. You can see the intensity in these guys' eyes. Every shot's being challenged.
Mirkovic is on fire in Columbus.
Mirkovic, have yourself a ball game. Already 3 threes in the first half.
A miss. David Mirkovic from Montenegro has some pro experience coming from the Club SC Derby in the ABA. He's got the basketball again. Now look at the passing ability. To the corner. It's all Illini right now.
That offensive execution. The back door was there, but they passed up a good shot to get a great shot. The big man was open for the 3-ball corner pocket. You gotta love that execution by the Illini.
4 of 7 from downtown. And that was Big Z from 3. Royal Hoyce. He's long. They're 15th out of 18th in three-point shooting. If this team starts to make threes.
Yeah, and three-point shooting really isn't their strength. And on the flip side, Ohio State normally limits your three-point opportunities and looks. So this has definitely been a unique start to this game.
Brendan, Bruce Thornton is 4 for 4 from downtown.
Listen, we understand that Thornton knows how to play. He just takes what the defense gives him. And we see it right there.
Look at the deflection.
Hands in the cookie jar. Johnny on the spot. Excellent defense by Thornton.
It's Bruce's world. He's already got 11. Back and forth.
That was an emphasis in practice. The coaching staff wanted guys to be in those gaps. Thornton was in that gap, led to the steal, and then he was off to the races for the transition layup.
Petrovic is checked in for the Illini. Saved, but into the hands of Thornton.
Ohio State got numbers, they could push it.
Uh-oh, they turned it over. Davis comes up with it. Hummerkaus. Davis a 2-on-1, perfectly executed.
I love that right there. Back and forth, ball never touched the ground. That is how you draw up the fast break.
Brad Underwood told us, look, his doses of game time sometimes come limited, but when Jake Davis is on the floor, good things happen. Royal can't find it. They got a foul in the fight for the rebound on Davis.
And you see Thornton right there just loses the ball, and this is an excellent fast break. Look at that. The ball never touched the ground. Back and forth, pay it off with the layup. That is textbook of how you execute a fast break. You know what, John, you know what I hate? I hate when I see the new school fast break, where it's a 3-on-1, 2-on-1, I see somebody fan out to the three-point line. It drives me absolutely crazy. So I really appreciated that right there. I sound like the old get off my lawn guy.
No. Listen, I get where you're coming from, my friend, and this game has been enjoyable for you to watch because you're seeing big men do it all. You're seeing a traditional fast break. It's been a fun start.
Yes, indeed. We have a great fast break. Tilly has been excellent. On the flip side, Mirkovic has been excellent as well. So we're seeing a lot of really high-level basketball, and especially from the bigs.
Illinois, all they've done is play high-level basketball for the last half-decade. An Elite Eight trip in 2024, 5 consecutive NCAA tournaments. They believe they have the pieces to get to Indianapolis in April.
Well, they definitely do. When you look at this team, you have Stojakovic, who is an excellent driver of the basketball. Then you talk about Wagler, the freshman, and what he's able to bring to the table. He's 14 points a game and doesn't turn the ball over. And Keelan Boswell is another ball handler that is steady and understands how to play. When you have that many guys that can do special things with the ball and you have talented big men, that's a recipe for a team that can make a long run come March and April.
Had a clarification as Stojakovic checks back, and that was a second foul on Jake Davis, so he takes a seat. Thornton's the inbounder for the Buckeyes. Staying with Ohio State. Big Ten opener for Illinois. Ohio State, they had to overcome a deficit to get past Northwestern. Diebler said, I learned something about my team that it could be resilient on the road. Got a group that's coming together well as Royal is fouled by Stojakovic. That's the 4th team foul by the Illini.
And that was an excellent execution on that out-of-bounds play right there. That baseline out of bounds. We saw them work that play and shoot around. They want you to look, it's a misdirection play. They want to show you the pick and roll on one side, but what they really want to do is get that ball to the baseline corner.
Tilly moving his way, but Mirkovic gets the stop.
Good defense by Mirkovic right there to body Tilly up, keep his hands straight up and not foul.
Wagler, just a freshman, has started each of the first 9 games for the Illini.
He likes this matchup.
Beautiful move. Wow.
You could tell right from the jump how he was bouncing. John, did you see how he was bouncing? As soon as he got the switch, he knew he liked that matchup, and he attacked it immediately.
16, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, not a single turnover against a Rick Barnes defense Saturday night.
I tell you what, the stat that jumps out is no turnovers. Rick Barnes defenses are fierce, and a freshman not turning it over stands out to me.
Royal is fouled.
Now you see Wagler, nice quick crossover, then the spin, finishing with the left as well. Ooh, that was absolutely filthy. Look at this, John, look at the spin move. The spin move is key, and then finishing with the offhand. You love to see it from the 6'6" freshman. And they said he's gotten a lot stronger. Said he was only 6'6", what, 160?
160.
Well, 6'6", 160 is tiny.
Now he's at 190.
Man, eating good in Champaign. I would love to have those problems, but hey, man, hey, man, we want you to gain 20, 30 pounds.
You and me both. I've never been told that.
Man.
Devin Royal out of Pickerington Central High School. The junior came on in the Buckeyes road win at Northwestern.
Yeah, he had a couple of, when you talk about Devin Royal, he had a couple of really big-time buckets late. Started the game off a little slow, but knocked down a couple of shots when it was money time and they really needed it.
Different look here.
Yeah, coming with a little bit of a, looks like maybe a 1-3-1, a little bit of a press action. Not trying to turn them over at all. Basically, they just want to slow the Illini down, take a little bit of time off the clock, and give them a different look.
Not much has slowed them down. They're shooting 58%. 10 on the shot clock. Wagler got a step, and he threw it away.
I think we jinxed him. We've been talking about his last game and not turning it over at all, and now we just talking right into him.
This is the second Illini turnover. Brad Underwood, though, says, I have the utmost confidence in him. Back-to-back state champion in high school in Kansas. He's not starting each game without that confidence. Mobley. He's not been able to get into a rhythm.
He's gotten some good looks, just hasn't been able to knock it down. But I'll tell you what, a guy like John Mobley shoots 37% from 3. If he keeps getting those looks, you know eventually they go for it.
Here comes the double, Brendan, and there's the foul on Knoll. That is Knoll's second foul. So now what will Jake Diebler do?
And I think they're going to settle him out real quick, and it's got to be disappointing for Knoll, who after last game where he had 29 points, was 13 of 15 from the floor. Right now he's sitting on a bagel and in some foul trouble.
So Amari Bynum, the freshman, has just checked in for the Buckeyes, and right now they're struggling to defend without fouling. Bynum just picks up his first.
Yeah, and defending without fouling is a skill, and it's an underrated skill. You have to be able to move your feet, chest up defenders, and understand you can't get too handsy.
How hard is it to defend Illinois?
It's very hard to defend Illinois because they're going to give you a bunch of different actions. Sometimes they'll run through the post. They'll run a lot of pick and rolls. Their guards are really good at rejecting the screens. And once those guards touch the paint, they have excellent vision, and they find guys behind the three-point line.
And they can control the paint. Already a 14-6 advantage for Illinois in the points in the paint column. shot clock. It's Wagler and Mirkovic playing a two-man game. There's that ball screen. Mirkovic falls to the deck. Battle for it. Shot clock was at 3. Buckeyes come up with it.
Excellent defense by Thornton. Hold on, big fella.
Bynum
Watch out.
rejected by Humrickhouse.
Humrickhouse with the emphatic block. And we see right here, Thornton playing good defense, chesting up Mirkovic. And then everybody on the ground. And then look at this block right here. That's how you shut the paint down.
Thornton baseline. Wow. Bruce Thornton has been a machine. He's got 16 of 24.
And it's just, his game is just so efficient. There's nothing that he can't do. He understands his spots, can knock down the triple, can shoot in the mid-range. Just a totally complete basketball player.
He's got 16 on 6 of 6. Wagler, count it for Keaton Wagler.
Big time play right there by the freshman on the baseline. Keep cutting, keep cutting. They're talking about the double teams. And sometimes when Ohio State's doubling, the Illini are standing. And what they want to do is listen, when we play through the post or there's a guy on the baseline, you always have to be active. When that double occurs, we need you cutting and active because you want to create confusion on the weak side.
Here's Tilly on an island. Stop Tilly backing his way in. He took contact and won.
Big time shot right there by Tilly. I like that young man's game. Nice bounce, little shimmy shake right there. There's the reach in, you hear the whistle, and there's the and one. Incredible touch. You see the fake. Uh-oh, ain't nothing over there. Little shimmy shake. We call that a little bit, that's a little bit of a dream shake, right, John? A little bit?
Yes. Christoph Tilly had 18 in the one-point win over Notre Dame. Can't convert the free throw, but they think that he is a guy that just changes their ceiling.
Well, he is, just because you see how confident he is with the ball, getting it on his own. In the post, he has good touch, great moves, footwork.
Wagler with cups on him. Shot clock at 8. Boswell, it's down to 5. It's at 3.
I'm not sure if they see it.
Tommy Ivisic to Humrickhouse. Spins off. Deflected back to the Buckeyes.
That was an excellent defensive possession by Ohio State. Really challenging everything, everybody moving their feet, forcing a tough shot by the Illini.
Well, you think about this Illinois team, 8th in the country in offensive efficiency. Brett Underwood said the great thing about this group is that we can play through one guy for a segment of the game at any point.
Yeah, and that's just all you can ask for from the coach. Because that allows Coach Underwood to be so versatile. He can play through his guys at the top of the key, pick and roll action, and the low block, which means he can just basically take advantage of mismatches or how the game flow is at any time. A lot of coaches don't have that luxury. They only have 1 or 2 guys that can get it done. And speaking of guys that can get it done, Bruce Thornton continues to get it done.
Bruce Thornton has taken out the spatula, and he is sizzling in Columbus tonight. 7 for 7.
Ooh, he's hotter than Grandma's grits.
Ooh. 19 points for number 2, the captain. Mirkovic. He was fouled. How about this young man tonight?
Bruce Thornton right here with the nice pump fake, the show and go. Boswell jumps. Thornton, nice sidestep jumper. Look, the pump fake, sidestep jumper, create the space. And on a night like tonight, you know it's good.
Think about it for the senior. And what's his mission, Brendan Haywood? It is to break through for the Buckeyes and get them to the NCAA tournament. That's been the elephant in the room for him in his career. Hey, he's put up great numbers. He's been a leader. Can he dance? That's what's on his mind.
If he keeps playing like this, they'll definitely be dancing.
We got another foul away from the ball. Now Ohio State 1-1.
And then what makes him even more impressive is you watch him on the court, he makes the right play, he knocks down shots, averages 20, and then you talk to the coaching staff and they talk about how he does everything right every single possession of not just games, but practices. He's a leader on and off the court. He takes guys under his wing. I mean, when your best player is your best leader, it makes it real easy to coach.
Deeper said he's smiling more. He knows this group front and back, and I love the talent that came in over the summer. It's really meshed well with them. Got the basketball now. Thornton, wow, 21 points on 8 of 8.
Once again, he just read the pick and roll right there.
That's a deflection. Royal, we thought that went off Boswell. It's going to stay with Illinois.
But Royal, right, great help side, sitting there right in the gap. But we're going to take it back to Thornton. Gets downhill, reading the big fella. Big fella's got to show his numbers right there, right? See, once that guard gets going downhill, then it's like, okay, I understand what the defensive coverage is, but I have to protect the basket. I have to shut off the paint.
Tommy Ivisic.
Yeah, Ivisic, he has to slide over. You have to understand, okay, I have to take a stand and shut this paint down.
The Ivisic brothers are on the floor together. Tommy and Big Z, 7 on the shot clock. Wagler, long. Battle for it, deflected. Back to Ohio State.
How big is this Illinois front line? 7-1 and 7-2 brothers. Guys can block out the sun.
It was an Arctic freeze outside today.
Ooh, it's a different type of cold out here in Ohio. Columbus, man. It gets cold in North Carolina where I'm from, but it's not this type of cold.
Thornton. Oh my goodness, folks.
I'll tell you who's not cold. That kid, call along. Wow.
Call your family. Call your friends.
He's too hot.
They're on their feet.
Absolutely on fire. Bruce Thornton.
He's got 24 on 9 of 9.
Got to find him again. Nope. He's got to find the hot man right here. Get the ball back to Thornton.
Mobley.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Listen, when you got a guy, that's awareness. You got a guy that hot, the building standing up. You at least got to put the ball in his hands and see if the defense will overreact.
Thornton with the rebound, and now get ready. This building knows.
If I'm Ohio State, I'm calling for a pick and roll. I'm putting one of the Ivisic brothers in it, and I'm going to let Bruce Thornton make him dance.
A career half, 9 of 9. Thought about it, got it back.
Why not?
He had to, though, right?
You got to shoot that one. Got to shoot. Rushed it a little bit, but you got to shoot it.
Can't wait to hear Evan Turner at the half breakdown this half.
Yes, indeed. He's gonna love the offense in this game. I tell you what, Evan Turner was cold in his game, especially at Ohio State. Underrated NBA career as well.
Jordan Cornette as well as Jack Collinsworth. There's a big 3 for Big Z. He's got 10. How about this half of basketball, partner?
Listen, this has been offensively pleasing to the eyes. I'm seeing everything I want to see. I'm getting three-point shots, post play, strong drives to the basket.
Royal lost one dribble. A stop for the Illini.
Got to switch. Thornton's guarding somebody 7-2 right now.
Mismatch. Boswell instead takes it, and Kylan Boswell, his first points of the evening.
And that was a smart decision as well. Once they saw that Tilly switched on Boswell cleared it out, sidestep jumper. He knew the big fella couldn't keep up with it.
And yes, those are the Illini donors dressed up like Brad Underwood. He's in his European orange jumpsuit on the trip to New York, and now it's become a thing.
I didn't see that. Coach Underwood was in an orange jumpsuit?
He was.
Full orange?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Do we have the footage?
We can locate it.
I got to see that.
We got a team of 17. Like, he doesn't just score in bunches, as that first free throw, the 1-on-1 goes for Tommy Ivisic. But he can score it efficiently, and that's what Jake Diebler told us. He said he's the star, but you summed it up too. He doesn't force the issue.
A lot of times, if you see a guard that's shooting over 45%, close to 50%, You think, man, that guy's that's really good, especially for a smaller guard. You know, that's efficiency. But when you look at Bruce Thornton, for a guy that's averaging 20, he's shooting 59% from the field. That is, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to understand that is unheard of for a small guard. Like, there's a lot of big men, actually most big men won't shoot 59% from the field unless they're just dunking everything. And to go along with that, if you see a miss inside, Thornton shoots 52% from the three-point line.
That's all American material.
Yes.
Those types of numbers.
It doesn't get more efficient than that.
No. Alan Boswell, the engineer for Illinois. 10 on the shot clock. Ivicic with 5. Wagler. Oh my.
I thought he got hit too on that one.
He's got 10 and 4 assists.
Listen, he came off that screen and he let it fly, but I thought Mobley might have ran into him a little bit. Maybe I have to take another look at it. I'm getting older, my eyes are sometimes deceiving me.
Royal had to have that. It breaks up the Illini 11-0 run.
Wagner's got that mismatch he likes. They're switching everything.
Ivicic guarded by Njegovan. He's off. Royal with the board. Just about a minute left in a back-and-forth first half. Illinois right at their first half scoring average. Mobley. Now he starts cooking.
And he knocks it down. I'll tell you what, if I'm Illinois, I'm going to run that play again. And I'm going to get the switch. And this time, instead of having Wagner throw it inside, I'm going to tell him take the big man off the dribble. If they're going to switch everything, you got to make a pay.
Wagner. He got fouled by Thornton.
And he's just so tough in that mid-range because he has so much size. 6'6". 6'6", the ability to handle. And we see him coming up the three-point line right here. He got hit. He clearly got hit. And then right here, Mobley spotting up from 3. Thornton doing a good job finding him. We said Mobley's a confident three-point shooter, 37%, and he knocked it down.
As Wagler hits the first, we tell you to get ready for a real game changer. It's the best of the best of both worlds. Top players from the PGA Tour and the LPGA partner up in a mixed team competition. The Grant Thornton Invitational, Saturday and Sunday on NBC and Peacock. Brendan, 38.6 here in the first half. If you were each coach, what would you tell your team at the break?
Well, if I was Ohio State, I'd be like, guys, we have to continue to get the ball to Bruce Thornton and take advantage of that because he is absolutely on fire. On the flip side, for the Illini, they're doing everything right. I mean, from an offensive standpoint, for them, I would be like, hey, we might have to show Thornton a little bit more attention.
6 on the shot clock. Mobley has struggled. That's an illegal screen.
Yeah.
It's on Tilly, and that's his second.
Big fella got a little bit overzealous right there, setting the screen. Didn't give the guard the opportunity to move. That's an easy call.
Brad Underwood has to use it or lose a timeout. 13.5 here to go in this first half. Wagler with 12 in this first half, and now Royal is called for a foul, and Illinois will have 2 free throws with 5.3.
I don't know. I thought that was clean. Might need to take another look at it. Looked like Royal just was kind of standing right there. Oh yeah, that was definitely clean. Definitely clean. The hand got on the ball, impacted it. And then at the end, you saw Wagner just kind of grab his arm and deceive the official. Won't be the first time the official did it. It won't be the last.
13 first half points for Wagner.
Yeah, and I like his game. Like I said, he is poised for a freshman. Understands the game, understands when it's his time, and knows where his spots are.
And now, Brad Underwood will